Hello, my name is Badrul Khan. I am with McQueen Education, an educational training division of BK Global Limited USA. Today, I am very happy to share with you e-learning issues, especially in the areas of ethical consideration. Ethical issues in e-learning, we have 8 major categories. The first one is social and political influence, cultural diversity, bias, geographical diversity, learner diversity, digital divide, etiquette, legal issues. Let me give you an example of how you can raise the issue on political and social influence in e-learning. Does the institution have to get approval from any external entities who can serve as political barriers to implement e-learning? So this is an issue for the social and political influence. Let me next move on to cultural diversity. With the cultural diversity, you need to ask this question: to improve cross-cultural verbal communications and avoid misunderstanding, does the course make an effort to reduce and avoid the use of jargons, idioms, ambiguous or cute humor, and acronyms? For example, I come from Bangladesh, where thumbs up means I challenge you. But in Western countries, it means way to go. So you make sure that you want to use cross-cultural communication appropriately, so that learners don't get offended. Next, we're going to go to bias. Bias. One of the questions one would ask: does the course present more than one viewpoint on controversial issues? As you know, if someone is writing about the Tibetan recent history, and a Chinese professor who has bias for China would write in one way, and Tibetan professor who has bias for Tibetan cause, they may write in a different viewpoints. So you see, for any controversial issues in e-learning, you want to make sure that you show the viewpoints of all different perspectives. The next, we're going to talk about the geographical diversity. Is the course offered to geographically diverse population? If it is the course sensitive about the students from different time zones? For synchronous communication, if you schedule a chat room, you want to make sure that all of participants in the course can attend the chat room. Even in the United States, we have 6 time zones. So if I am offering scheduled chat sessions in 8 in the morning from Washington, D.C., so McQueen students who are in San Francisco, it will be about 5 in the morning, and I don't think the students will be so excited to wake up so early in the morning to chat with you. So geographical diversity, your students are not with you, they are at different locations. You have to be very sensitive about that. Let's move on to learner diversity. With the learner diversity, one of the questions you can ask: is the course designed to have patience for learners who adapt to individualized distributed learning environments slower than others? See, there are learners that we have different learning preferences and learning styles and their learning abilities. So we have to be very concerned about these things. Next, digital divide. Information accessibility issues must be expressed in terms of digital have or have nots. A gap expressed in terms of digital divide. Is the digital divide issues considered in designing the e-learning content? You may be able to put an exciting video online, but you need to know your learners what kind of internet service provider he or she is using, or how they are connecting to the internet through T1 line or dial-up or DSL. So you need to see whether that individual learner can download the file fairly in the normal bandwidth terms. And also, digital divide would happen to the people who are basically don't have any economy lost. Let's move on to digital divide. What is digital divide? Information accessibility must be expressed in terms of digital have or have nots. A gap expressed in terms of digital divide. The question you can ask is the digital divide issues considered in designing the learning content. You know, the students who have slow